WSO Backstage, your exclusive backstage pass to the latest news and product releases in the internet marketing space.
All right, welcome to WSO Backstage. I'm your host, Sean Kay, and today on the podcast, I'm joined by Abby Dwevetti. Hey, Abby, how you doing?
Hey Sean, thanks for having me, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. Still suffering with this cold just a little bit, but today it seems like it's kind of breaking up. We've had to delay this a couple times for me to get better. So what I want to do, Abby, is I want to just kick off the call and let you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, your background in general, where you live, that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right. Well, I come from a country called India. Everyone knows that, and I've been into online marketing for since like 2005. Back in my junior high school days, I uh, I started back in 2005 with a partner, and we had this technology forum, and we were making money through AdSense and other uh, ad networks, and I moved into freelancing. Right, I had this website called techfreakies.com in 2006. It was on Joomla. So I was freelancing as a Joomla and WordPress developer for a year or so, and that was when I got introduced to this forum called Digital Point. It's a pretty old marketing forum, and that was when I created my first product on CPM marketing. And then I got into the whole product creation stuff and niche marketing. I met with my partner Nish back in 2010, and we set up a whole niche marketing business. We created a lot of niche websites and promoted them. Uh, we were using Amazon and AdSense as our primary affiliate base, and we've been doing it for like two or more than 2 years now successfully.
Cool. So traditionally, your background, you said you were doing development. Did you go to school and do like software
Yeah,
development or?
I was I was the geek in in my school days, and I when I joined the college, I started as an infotech undergraduate student. So yeah, I know a lot about development and software and stuff like that. I'm a student partner with Microsoft right now, and yeah, if I have free time and like usually on weekends, I go to a couple of colleges, you get presentations and stuff like that, like developing applications for Windows Phone 7. That is what I'm doing right now, and helping students develop it.
I think there's two types of people in internet marketing. I think there are the people like us who are long-term hardcore geeks, and then there's everybody else who just wish they
Right.
were.
Exactly.
So you're doing work with students. That's pretty rewarding. So what kind of work are you doing? I know Microsoft globally have a really big student development program.
I'm
What are you doing with
I'm
them?
actually a part of I'm actually a part of a program called the Campus Representative. I'm a MSP. It's called the Microsoft Student Partner, and we usually go to a couple of campuses in our city and give presentations. To students about the new technology and how they could exactly use it. For example, right now we're like promoting and telling everyone about the this new mobile operating system Microsoft has come up with. It's called the Windows Phone 7, and how they can exactly go about creating applications using Silverlight, and how they could submit it on their marketplace and start making money online. So I'm like the guy who talks a bit about the technology, and then I talk about making money online. So the audience is pretty interested because when we go into, okay, you develop this thing and then you'll make money.
Yeah,
So yeah.
a lot of students obviously hear the pitch about the technology and they hear it about working, but not a lot of
Right.
people go in and tell them, well, this is a pathway to entrepreneurialism. This is a pathway for you to sort of own your own business and run your own company.
Yeah, that is where they get really interested. I mean, like, people tell them, okay, you can use this software and Silverlight and Visual Studio and all that stuff and create this bloody app, and then bam, they're blank. What do I do when the app's done? Right. So this is where I kick in and tell them, okay, you could go about creating a startup. This is you could go ahead and get investment partners, or you could just start creating an app empire and connect all your apps to app farm and create money through it. That's pretty interesting stuff. They love it.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, one of the things that coming from a more of an enterprise technology background, one of the things that that I was obviously saw a lot of was the development of Microsoft's Azure platform, and then to come into the internet marketing space where for most intents and purposes, Microsoft's pretty much invisible. Their market share is very minimal. You don't see Azure
Very low,
anywhere.
right?
So that was probably a couple years ago a big culture shock for me. So it's interesting to hear that you sort of you get the advantage of dabbling with both.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm connected with a lot of Microsoft enthusiasts here. We have a whole community here, and we have people who are good with the computing stuff, the Azure platform. We have people good with the Windows 7, and I'm just a guy who knows a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I connect everything into making money. I tell them, okay, if you can create this thing, I can make you money out of it. Yeah.
So with your product creation, now you've been doing that for a few years. Your first product was a CPM marketing product.
Yeah.
How has developing products and marketing those products changed in the last couple of years?
Well, when I created my first product, it was called a CPA Pod, and I released it on the Digital Point forum. The primary goal was to create some cash for one of my projects, right? And I created this 10-20 page ebook and sold it, and people loved it. Moving down the lines from 2010 and 11, what has happened in the marketplace is that the price points have gone down, and the overall delivery, the product delivery, has gone too complicated. A lot of stuff has been delivered for like $7. People deliver a complete training module with video training and live training and coaching and all that stuff. So yeah, we actually have to pack in a lot of stuff. People need a little delivery, so that's what the product creation has gone into. And talking more about it, initially back in 2006 and 7 when we used to create products, it was mostly about ebooks and training products. But now you can see there are a lot of plugins and softwares coming out. People want automation done, so that definitely works great for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, my background as well with product creation, and promoting internet marketing products. If things were under $1,000, it was really a lot of work for marginal returns because the amount of traffic you'd have to drive, the amount of pre-sale you'd have to do, the bonuses you'd have to put in. If you sold half a dozen, you'd make $5,000 or $6,000, and that would be all right. But I did a product earlier in the year with $1,000 price point, and those products just almost don't exist anymore. I mean, they're still coming out every now and then from what we refer to as the guru space, but that whole market seems to have collapsed in on itself.
I actually blame the whole coaching thing that that came up. Everyone teaching people how to create products and launching products, and then there are new guys coming in, desperate people. They're just pulling out a PDF, a small course, and launching it out for $5, $7. It definitely hurts the market because, see, economy, as Frank Kern says, it's a person A and person B. Person A giving money to person B, and person B returning something valuable of equal or greater value. So what's happening is that people are paying $7 for a product that doesn't pay for that thing, right? So it has completely hurt the whole market. That the customers aren't sure exactly that if they'll buy something for $7, will it be worth it?
Yeah, so it's kind of a catch-22 where people look at something and say, well, $7, am I really going to get good value for $7?
Yes,
But on the other end of the spectrum, that same person's going to look at a $9.97 product and say, "Oh, I could get that for $7."
Exactly, exactly. I promoted. I remember we promoted a Kindle publishing product. It was a complete training. It was a brilliant training, and it was on a price point of $997, a single price point of a one payment of $997. And I had emails pouring into my inbox, and people were asking me, how is it different from those $7 WSS out there? And I had to, explain them. Okay, those are the PDF. They're giving you, a brief description, a brief idea of how the game works, but this is the real thing, right? So
Yeah.
people are pretty confused about what to buy, when to buy, and why something is available for a smaller price point, and then there's this higher ticket stuff.
Well, I certainly think that the people who produce the higher ticket products, you know, have something to answer for themselves. I mean, when we did the affiliate masterclass product earlier this year, you know, we were talking probably about 10 hours of video per module, and there were 8 modules. So if you wanted to learn how to do affiliate marketing and see it done, that was a course where, like I said, there was probably about 80 hours of video, and then 2 webinars a week, one where we sat down and demonstrated actual affiliate sites being built and answering questions and things. And, I think I look at that and think there's absolutely no way I could deliver that product for $7, $27, or $97. The time, it's
That's
too
an easy
expensive.
product for $1,000. Yes, exactly.
So,
See, when you're investing your time with your students, when you're giving proper dedication, proper time to your customers and students, it it has to be paying for your time, right? You can't obviously do it for a 7 or 27 or even a $97 product. That's an easy $1,000 product right out there.
yeah, I think it's fascinating. It's something that one of the reasons I held out of the WSO market and never really dove into it as a product creator very much is I just couldn't understand. I couldn't understand the return. I'm starting to understand it now when you look at it from providing longer term value to customers. So where you're establishing a relationship with a group of customers at an entry point, and I think people probably need to realize that they're buying these $27 products or whatever, and that's an entry point into a relationship. I mean, a vendor is buying your attention with the hope
Right.
of having a long-term relationship with you. I suppose the other problem I see in the market is that, for the customers, what ends up happening is, somebody buys their way into that customer's mailbox effectively and then
Right.
proceeds to hammer them daily with other $7 products instead of building that relationship.
Which is a completely wrong approach. Exactly.
So that's something that has always confused me about the market. But I think the other problem that we see a lot of is people buying these 7, 17, 27, whatever dollar products, and there's almost a sense that, well, I'm not spending a lot of money, but these microtransactions add up. I mean, you buy 10, $27 products and you're at, almost $300, and before long you're at 1,000, and you might have to ask yourself what you've got. So,
See, the thing is, people are willing to pay big money for quality product. They just aren't sure if the product would be worth it. For example, when I released my first product with Martin Crumlish last year, it was called the WP Dollar. I released it with Martin last year in August, I guess, August 2011, and we started selling that plugin for a price point of $27 on a dime sale, and we had people telling us, okay, this thing is fab, this thing is great, and you're selling it for such a cheaper price. and I still have it with me. And we're working on redeveloping the whole plugin and releasing it as a higher ticket product. So the thing is, if you're giving people a quality product, they would definitely want to pay more. The same thing happened with us when I launched this plugin called WPC Bank back in February 2012 this year, and it was a complete solution, right? It wasn't something that had just a single, a couple of features, and we packed it up and we were selling it. It was a complete Clickbank monetization solution for your blog, right? And people still love it. They still have it. They're buying it. They're using it. I have my customer space. I keep in touch with them. We update the plugin, and yeah, if you're creating community out of your customers, the total number of customers, they'll definitely stick to it, and it works great for both of us.
Yeah, I think that's one of the interesting things that's happened probably in the last year and a half is that the collapse of the ClickBank marketplace for launching products. I mean, 2 years
Right.
ago, there was a couple of six-figure launches happening per week on ClickBank, and obviously some tightening up by the FTC. There was some issues with their credit card processors and those kind of things. But you know, my memory of the WSO market used to be people would create a product, they'd
Mm,
sell 100 copies on Warrior Forum to get some testimonials and some trials and run the product through its
right.
paces before launching it on ClickBank. And now it seems to be
Right.
that the WSO platform is the go-to-market strategy, which isn't bad. It's just different. It's a different way of doing business.
See, the thing with launching product on Warrior Forum is that if your business is somewhere around developing product and doing product launches, launching on Warrior Forum is a risky job. I mean, like, they could close on Warrior Forum next day, and then bam, you're closed. You have nowhere else to go. So you need to know where exactly your leads are and how you can set up your business, how you can keep on doing launches and releasing products without the Warrior Forum in the scene.
But that comes back to basic marketing advice
Yeah.
for the listeners, that
Yeah.
one of the things you have to be building into your business all the time is lead flow, and that lead flow has to come from various avenues and channels. That if you're
Yeah.
dependent on one form of lead flow and something happens, you can very quickly be out of business. And
Exactly.
we're talking about, I think, the Warrior Forum in terms of this discussion, but I've seen it happen to people with radio. Businesses that virtually relied on radio to get volume. Well, as the number of
Hmm.
radio listeners has decreased over the years, these whole businesses have gone under. So it's quite fascinating. I just want to move now a little bit and talk about a product you've got coming out. Well, it's out now
Yeah.
as we listen to it, and that's AdSense Dragon. So why don't you run me through, what's the basis of the product and how you guys came up with it?
Well, Adsense Dragon is essentially an AdSense marketing course we developed for 2012 for post Panda and Penguin updates. So me and my partner Nish, we've been creating niche sites, authority sites with AdSense ads on it since like what 2010. It's been like more than two and a half years. So and initially we never had a lot of success with AdSense, but in 2012 we discovered this thing that you know insanely magnified our revenue with the AdSense, and the AdSense Dragon is all about that. We're talking about uh, something that you know has never been taught, right? I'll give you a quick sneak peek about one of my favorite part of the course. It's called the two-level keyword strategy, right? So in this keyword strategy, I'm not going to give you the whole thing, but the thing about this two level keyword strategy is that we're researching a special kind of keyword It's called the money traffic keyword. We call it the money traffic keyword. They are the keywords that are easy to rank on Google, right? Get you tons of traffic, easy to rank, and get you, a dollar and up per click. So that is something that, not a lot of people know how to, research and find out, and that is something we're talking about in the Adsense Dragon course.
So one of the things that I guess I gather about it is that you're probably like me. Keyword research is pretty much fundamental to what you do.
Exactly. See, in the course we're talking about creating, websites from the scratch. Now, when I say scratch, I don't mean I'm going to be telling you people how to buy domains and hosting, installing WordPress. Of course, we're doing that, but we're exactly telling them how to research a niche, how to research a market, and then create an AdSense authority site around it, right? Then strategically place their, AdSense blog, AdSense ads, sorry, and go about SEOing it for traffic.
So it's quite interesting. Within our business, we run a content creation and distribution business. I guess article marketing business. We
Yeah,
create articles
right.
and distribute them, but we also have a higher end SEO business. And
Mm,
one of the things that we do a lot with our clients is we talk to them about building authority. And that really is now the key. And I kind of gather from listening to you talk, building out authority sites that generate a diverse range of traffic to the site.
right,
That's a key pillar of this product that you're releasing. Is that right?
right. See, up until 2008 and 9, we were good creating, micro niche sites, that have a single page and all the links on that one single page. But, after the Panda and Penguin update, Google has pretty much made it clear that they need quality, and authority sites means quality, right? We have a bunch of pages, a lot of good content, right, and proper ad placement. That is an authority site, and that is what we're, telling people to create.
So, how are you delivering the product? It's ebook form. What else comes with it?
Uh, it's an ebook. It's more than 130 pages of main course ebook where we talk about creating a complete AdSense marketing business there. And then we have, a to-do list. We have got like action sheets and SEO checklist, development checklist, AdSense checklist, and a whole lot of stuff backed into one stuff.
And do you have any upsells that people might want to know about?
Yeah, we have two upsells, but they're not required to get this thing working. Both the upsells are like, if you're willing to speed things up and take things to the next level, these are the audios you'll need.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should ever apologize for having upsells. I think the thing that people have to
It's actually, see,
realize is that for
these
yeah,
aren't exactly upsells. It's more like a steal. It's when you see the upsells, you're gonna be like, dude, this is crazy for this price point, and it is going to exponentially boost up your AdSense marketing business.
so you're offering people an ability to learn a technique, a strategy, and then with the upsells, fast track that.
Exactly. Fast track and scale it.
So how long are people talking about? Like, what's if I were to get your book, sit down, give it a
Hmm.
read over a day or two, how long until I see my first site up and running, and what else am I going to be up for? That's the common question when you hear is
Right.
is there is there something
Right.
else? What's what?
See, setting up a website. Right. See, setting up a website would take you a day or even less if you're, completely dedicated to it. Now, the big part comes in taking your keyword, doing keyword research, finding your keywords, and getting them ranked on Google, and then pulling in traffic for conversions and for clicks, right? So that takes some time. So I'd safely say 30 to 60 days. You should start seeing some good results. with your AdSense earning if you're following the methods, if you're following the strategies we're talking in the main course.
And that's the key. It's people have to stick to it. It's not going to be magic button
Exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
There is no get rich quick stuff. Yeah, there's no get rich quick stuff. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes hard work.
And people are going to have to do multiples of these sites. One isn't going to cut it, right?
Exactly. The more you have, the bigger your AdSense earning is. Exactly.
And just as an aside to this, people are going to be able to, with these sites, if they were clever, they'd also be looking at affiliate marketing opportunities. So if you were building an authority site in an area, if the opportunity was there to sell Clickbank products or whatever, you're not exclusively saying AdSense. It's just this is a monetization strategy that you're talking about, right?
Right, right. So that is one reason when you're creating an authority site and you're getting it ranked for a specific keyword, you can easily monetize it with AdSense, with Clickbank, with Amazon affiliate products, and that is one reason I'm including both of my plugins, the Amazon monetization plugin, the WP Dollar, and the Clickbank monetization plugin, the WPC Bank, as a bonus to this product. So when you have your authority sites, you won't need to buy any other plugin or product, to monetize your authority sites with this Amazon and Clickbank ads. You'll have my top plugins and you can use them.
So that's a pretty compelling offer. Basically, you're going to teach people how to build an authority site, how to do the research to get the right keywords, how to monetize it with AdSense successfully. And you guys have social proof on the sales page I've seen. But not only that, you're going to give them plugins that can help them monetize through Amazon and Clickbank.
Yeah.
So we're really talking largely about a business in a box.
We want people to succeed. We want our students and we want our customers to succeed, and we want them to see results, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a compelling thing to do, because the other side of it is that there's a very, very good aftermarket for this stuff as well. So with Flippa, you do have the opportunity to sell as well.
Yes, I was coming to that.
Sure, go on. Tell us all about that.
See, the whole idea with the website flipping is that you create a network of 3 or 4 AdSense authority sites, right, and show a genuine proof of income. Like if you're making 20, 30, 40 euros or dollars with each of these sites, and your network is making up to $200 per month with this, you can very easily sell your AdSense sites network on Flippa for like 4 figures, easy 4 figures to 4,000, 5,000. It all depends on what the buyer is willing to bid, but it's an easy 4 figure if you're doing it the right way.
And basically, it's like farming. You're planting some today, you're harvesting the ones you planted a few months ago, and you're making the rewards constantly. It's just a big circle.
Exactly. And the thing is, if you get the hang of the whole process, you can easily outsource it and scale it.
That's an interesting topic unto itself. Is how do you almost automate the process within your own business? I think people need to realize that they're in business to make money. They're not in business to write articles and put up websites. So if they can figure out how to do the process, write it down, and outsource it at a cost-effective rate, it's a much more scalable business.
Right. See, like Brad Goss says, you need to start thinking like a CEO in your business and not like a restaurant manager, right?
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I come from a background of running bricks and mortar 7-8 figure businesses, building large businesses that have done tens of millions of dollars a year in revenue. And the first thing you start thinking about when you look at something is, one, how can I do that faster? How can I do that cheaper? And how can I get somebody else to do that? And once you start running that process through your mind, but one of the things I think people make the mistake of is they try and skip to the end. I do think you need to understand the process. I think it's that's the value of a product like AdSense Dragon, is that you're teaching people how to do it. And if they don't know how to do it and they just say, well, I'm just going to outsource it to somebody else, I just don't think the results are going to be there.
And definitely, it's not gonna work. You need to know how to do things on your own for you to hire someone else to do it. So when you're hiring someone else, and they're doing your stuff, you should at least know they're doing the right stuff,
Yeah,
doing it the right way.
it's one of the things, you or I might not know how to make the graphical sales pages that you have for your product, but we definitely know the value and how and why it's there, and we know how to get it done. And that's the fundamental part, is you need to know how and why and what, and that's why a product like this is so valuable, is because it's going to teach you, the keyword research, the tasks of authority building. So how long is this product going to be open for?
Well, we're starting on a dime sale, starting from $9.95 and up, and we're gonna have it for like next 7 days, and we'll close it down and move to Clickbank.
Okay, and what are you going to charge on Clickbank?
An easy $47 to $97.
So basically, if people get in, in the next couple of days, they're probably looking at a nice little discount.
Absolutely, and see, the Adsense Dragon is not just a course we just pulled out in a day or two. We've been working on this for over 3 months now. We started working back in mid-June with my partner Nesh, and it has all the things that we've been successfully doing for the past 2.5 years, right? So it's something that is definitely going to make our customers, our students, money if they implement it the right way. So there's definitely something, of a huge value, and they're gonna love it.
So if you're interested in picking up AdSense Dragon, the link that we'd like you to go to is http://wsobackstage.com/AdSense Dragon. That link will be in the show notes below. And what we're going to do is we're going to offer a special bonus to everybody who buys through our link. As I said, we run a content creation business, Rapid Action Writing. We have an SEO business, Rapid Action SEO. And we work with our clients and customers to help them build authority sites. So what we're going to do is we're going to put together, for anyone who buys through us, a free 1-hour webinar where we're going to walk you through the process that we use for building authority sites. And we're going to sit down, we're going to answer any of your questions on the topic. So if you follow that link that I gave you and you pick up the product this week, then to claim your bonus, what you need to do is send us an email at support@rapidactionsupport.com with your name, your email address, your PayPal transaction ID, and our help desk team will come back to you and give you all the registration deals for the webinar. But we'll also we did a webinar last week just for our list on article marketing in 2012, and it was a 90-minute webinar where we walk through the process of effectively generating backlinks through the process of article marketing. No sales, no pitches, nothing. Just telling you how to do the job and how to get rankings using article marketing technology post-Panda, post-Penguin. So we'll also hook you up with that webinar as well. So thanks a lot for your time, Abby. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about with the product before we call it a show?
Well, yeah, that'll be all. I'm definitely looking forward to have everyone create great authority sites and start making money with that just the right way in 2012.
Excellent. Well, all right then. Thanks for listening to WSO Backstage. I'd like to thank my guest, Abby Dwavetti, and I just want to remind everyone again, head over to http://wsobackstage.com/AdSense Dragon and pick up your copy of Abby and Nisha's AdSense Dragon. And again, if you buy through the link and you send us your details, we'll hook you up with the bonus. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Well, that's it for another episode of WSO Backstage. Thanks for listening. The ideas and viewpoints expressed in this show are those of our guests and not of those of Sean Kay, WSO Backstage or Casual Gamer Proprietary Limited. Any financial projections or statements made are used as examples for education and entertainment purposes only, may not apply to your situation.